raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot box. On your bitch, yeah, that, cooking up in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something. I don't try nobody, grip the trick. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. Bad and bullshit, bad, cooking up with a Uzi.
Hey guys, so today I want to do the Bratz makeup look, and basically I already have my foundation on, and I have the hair thing going, and I have the Bratz style that I'm channeling. I am doing Sasha because I'm closer to her color, but I mean, all in all, you don't actually have to do a Bratz based on being closer to their color. You just do it based on what you want to do. But for me, I am doing it based on the fact that I'm closer to her color, and I had like more of the accessories that kind of honed in on her look, and I'm doing that army one. So basically I actually don't have an army bandana. I tried to use like an army thingy and it ended up working as a bandana, so I have on an army shirt, and I have on this green satin scarf that I try to tie like how she had it. And then I'm also channeling 2017, not 2000, whenever they came out, because I have so many Bratz, but I honestly do not know when they came out, but definitely the early 2000s. I'm not channeling that, so I'm gonna, you know, make this look a 2017 look, but also look like Sasha all at the same time. So in her thing, she also has like all her hair back. Me, I have the two little pieces out, and I have on a choker and another necklace, and I'm also gonna add a highlighter because she doesn't have one on highlighter. So let's just get to it. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. So basically what I'm doing right now is the tape method for my eyeshadow. You will be seeing a lot of this mirror as I stated in the video, so that means that this might be blocking some of the stuff that I do, like this tape method. And basically all I do is I just put the tape on the sides of my eyes. I line it up with the edge of my eye and the edge of my eyebrow so that it's symmetrical on both sides. Now I'm looking for something, the brush in particular. And I won't actually be naming the products. I will be naming like colors basically, but I won't be naming the products because I'm just using a bunch of everything, non-name brand stuff and old stuff that you wouldn't even be able to find. So there's no reason for me to even name it. So basically I'm just dipping my eyeshadow brush into a forest green or army green colored eyeshadow, and I'm just putting it on the bottom of my lid. So I actually have hooded lids, so it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm doing it on the part that actually gets hooded, and I'm putting it basically on the edge to the inner part. I'm just going to keep doing that until I feel like I have enough build up. And basically I was doing this on my phone, so I actually couldn't really see what I was doing. So that's why I do look into the mirror at some point, but I couldn't see what I was doing. That's what I'm looking into the mirror now. And I actually end up using some highlight that I mixed together for the inner corners, because Sasha does have a like brownish color on the inner corners of her eyes, and it does get smudged out into the green. And now I'm doing the upper part of my eyelid, and I actually started off with a brown color. It's, well, on that side it shows up, but on the other side it looks so subtle that I couldn't tell if it was really showing or not until I see it in this video. So I basically go in with a different brown that's like way darker than that one that I was originally wearing, and plus that brown was more of a red color, and Sasha's is definitely a deeper brown, and that's what I'm actually trying to achieve here. So I do end up achieving that. It does take me a while. I just keep going back and forth until I get the desired look that I want. And then I go back in with the green because I feel like I accidentally got some of the brown into the green. It looks fine at this point. As you can see, I danced, so it must be fine. And now I'm going in with my eyeliner because she does have eyeliner on. And I actually have to do this with the mirror because I actually can't see. It actually takes me a little while because I don't usually wear eyeshadow, so there's no other product that I have to put eyeliner over, so the eyeshadow kind of stopped me from putting the eyeliner on. Eventually I do quite a bit, or put quite a bit on the brush, and then it goes on smoothly. And eventually you'll see me take off the tape because it was just honestly in the way. I try to mimic the line. I do mess up, but you know, it is what it is. It looks fine in the end. And Sasha does have a thinner eyeliner due to the fact that I did mess up. Mine is a little bit thicker, but you can still see the green. And I believe that I do go back in with the green eyeshadow a little later on just so you can see a little bit more. But at the end of the day, to me, it looks fine. You can still see you can still get the gist and still see the green. Now I'm just going in and filling in my outlines of the eyeliner. As you can see, this is where I go back in with the green just so you can see a little bit more, raise it up a little bit more into the brown basically. And now I remove that. And I actually line my bottom waterline with the black eyeliner because her waterline is actually super dark because she has black eyeliner on under there. At first I was going to do like a green, and I was like, no, let me stay as close to the doll as I can, seeing as how my outfit isn't that close. And then I'm going in with some, I had to figure out which one I wanted to use. I'm going in with some concealer, and this concealer is actually pretty light. I'm not even sure if it's my correct undertone, but as long as it's blendable and it blends out, I personally do not care, so I go in with a super light one. This one actually is by NYX, and you can actually find this one, so I will name that. And that's color like 7 something. And then I do go in with a darker concealer. This is a higher end concealer. I forget which one it is. I believe that it's Tarte. And I basically blend it out with my crap. It's like literally slipping my mind the name of the name of the blender. Real Techniques blender, beauty blender, and it is actually damp. And I just literally keep going at it with this Real Techniques blender because that concealer is really, really light, and I don't want it to, you know, look crazy. And at first I actually wasn't going to go in with concealer, and then I'm just like, you know what, it's part of the makeup, so why not do it? Because like it really did look fine without concealer, but I'm just like, let's just add some brightness to the face. So I did go in with the concealer, clearly. And after doing the concealer, I do go in with a powder. The powder is also by Tarte. Oh, well, first I relined my waterline because the concealer did get into my waterline, so I just had to reline it. I did forget about that step. But now I go in really lightly with that powder just to set the concealer, basically, because, you know, you don't want it to be too dewy. And then I go on with my contour, and I actually do it super high on my cheekbones. That's probably like the highest that I've ever done it. Usually I do it super low. I never actually get it right, but this actually does end up looking quite nice. And I'm like, I got to do this in the future, and I accidentally put too much. And you will see me going in with my Real Techniques and, you know, just with the leftover concealer that's up there, putting it on top of that contour and putting it in the parts where there is no contour so that it looks a little bit less harsh and a little bit less muddy, because you do see that the contour does look kind of big. So there we go. And then I go with my eyeshadow brush, or the brush that I was using for my eyeshadow thing, and I think that I clean it good enough, but I do not. So right now this is fine, but when you see me blend it out, it will be super dark, like a dark, dirty brown. It will not be this reddish brown that you see, and I'm just like, fuck. So you see like how dirty that looks? So then I go back in with the sponge to clean it up, basically. And it doesn't look too bad after I clean it up. I'm happy about that, clearly, because I just danced. And I actually use that eyeshadow brush. I do use that eyeshadow brush over and over again for certain stuff. Like you'll see me use it for highlight and everything like that. Just because it's my go-to. And then I actually just use mascara for my eyebrows. I do not pencil them in because I do not know how to do it correctly. So I just use the mascara and accidentally miss a piece on that second eyebrow that I do. And this is where you'll see me going with a almost close to skin tone highlight, so you can't really see it. And the crazy thing is that the Bratz eyeshadow in general goes from the bottom of your eye all the way to the eyebrow. I think that was a trend back then, but that's not really the trend. Basically, you just do the highlight at your brow bone. This highlight, literally, I'm like, okay, I will do that from the top of my eyebrow all the way into my eyeshadow, but it doesn't look bad because it is closer to my skin color. I put blush on just now, as I was talking about the other step, and I also put highlight on. But like I said, this highlight is really, really close to my skin tone, so you can't really see it. In that sense, I would have matched with the Bratz style, but it is 2017, baby, and we need to put on some poppin' highlight that actually shows, because girl, So here we go. Now you see that highlight? Look at that. I do put some on my brow bone and not all over my eye, just the brown bone part. Well, it seems like my nose, of course. Snatch that nose with the highlight, the edges of my nose, Cupid's bow. Yep. I can see that the highlight's popping. And the corners of my eyes. That's my favorite part, is the corners. If I forget that step, oh my god, I freaking beat myself up, because that's like the main part that I love. That, the nose, and the Cupid's bow, all that matters. Now I just take the lip gloss that I had on off, or chapstick rather, it wasn't lip gloss. And then I go in with a dark red lip liner. And yeah, like I said, I'm not naming products. This is by Kiko, as you can see on the thing, but I'm pretty sure Kiko does not have that lip liner anymore. So you could just use, honestly, any dark red lip liner. I'm pretty sure you can use the NYX Cabaret, I believe, lip liner, and that would do just fine. And then I go in with a Kiko lipstick that they no longer make either. And then I soon find out that this is not the lip color that Sasha is wearing, because this is more burgundy or a blood red in person. So then I go in with a brown, and that makes it closer to her lip color. I did have a lip color that did match, but I didn't have it on me because it's somewhere else. And her like lip color is like some type of like Halloween thing, and I don't have that clearly. So I was going to put on lip gloss, but I said no, this looks fine. And then I just do my spray to set my face, and then I do my mascara last so that I don't F up my makeup. And this is the finished product. And then I just have to tuck that in, because, you know, that thing just wants to keep popping out. Like, it's just saying hello, but I don't need you to say hello today. And this is the finished product. Thank you guys for watching, and you shall see the comparison through the phone. My ring light sucks. But I'll be sure to insert a picture.